Hi, and welcome to another edition of Striker's Best Bets. Piere, we did well last Saturday, my brother.
Yeah, we caught a PA. What did it pay?
Absolutely. I think you were 7 or 8 times your money, which was great.
Okay.
We tipped a lot of winners.
Yeah.
I tipped the horse of Tony Peters, Taxi to the Moon as well. Went to 12, 13 to 1.
Sure.
Yeah, so it was a good day for us. I made money.
Great. Well, you know the bipod we missed it by a horse running third, not second, and it was a good
Absolutely.
price. Yeah. And in the pick six, look, I mean, if you went against double Grand Slam, the only danger was a Pambili. And then if you went against what's the name, the Vaughan Marshall horse.
Yeah, the only other one was Haute Couture.
That's it, yeah. So
100%.
I mean, that somewhere, but if you had the money, put those two in, you would have caught it.
Absolutely. But it was a nice day's racing. I think both of those horses, Haute Couture and Vaughan's horse, are both proper racehorses.
Rich Man's World.
Rich Man's World. I think they're both proper racehorses, and I think both of them have got bright futures. I'm particularly happy for Jason and Prashal and Murugasa. They invest a hell of a lot of money into the game, and they deserve to get the rewards, which is now starting to come to light with them, which is great.
You know what I found interesting is that they only have one big meeting at Scottsville, and Scottsville is a fairer course than Greyville. Greyville's very much a draw biased track, where at Scottsville, even around the bend, you can get away with a bit of a bad draw because it's sort of a backstretch before you get to turn, where Greyville, as you jump, you're already turning, and that's a disadvantage for a horse drawn badly. And then down the straight, I mean, they were winning middle, inside, outside. I just think they should have more feature meetings at Scottsville.
Yeah, they in their season, because we sponsor the one, we sponsor the Sledgehammer at the beginning of the season, so we sponsor that day. So they do have minor features in their season there, but they've got the one big sprint meeting, and you're quite right, Pierre. You know, with the demise of Clarewood, Clarewood had a lot of features. They should actually move more features to Scottsville. But hey, we're not the powers that be. They obviously know what they're doing, and we just here to help our viewers make money. I think let's quickly start with the betting for the Hollywoodbets Durban July. As we promised, we've been doing an update every week. We know that Trust and Okavango are now out, which changes it slightly.
What happened to Okavango, don't you know?
I just saw on Channel 240 that they had taken Okavango out. I know. And that's all I know.
Yeah, Trust apparently got sold to Hong Kong. So, you get big money if you sell to Hong Kong. So
absolutely.
You can't blame them.
So they're betting 9-2 note to self now. So that's shortened, obviously, because of the scratchings of the two horses. 6-1, see it again. 13-2, 8 on 18. 8-1, wish list. 12-1, Star Major. 12-1, regulation. 14-1, the Real Prince and Jan van Gooyen. And then obviously 20-1, Mocha Blend and Grand Empire. And 25-1, bar the rest. I think what's more important is that Star Major, Note to Self, Wish List, they're all running on Saturday at Greyville. We are previewing Greyville, which is the Daily News on Saturday, which is a great race. It's a Group 1. And then obviously the Woolhavington is a Group 2. So there's some nice racing on Saturday. Carry on, Pierre.
Has money come for note to self? Obviously, it's favourite now.
Are you talking about Saturday?
No, for July.
Yeah, so that shortened from last week because obviously Okavango and Trust were in there. So that's so they've adjusted the betting likewise.
Yeah, automatically
for now.
But do you know if any money's come for a specific horse, or is it just quiet at this stage?
I haven't spoken to the traders. I will endeavour to ask the traders next week to before we come on air to ask me. I'll ask them if there's any pressure on any horses in the July, and I will then give feedback to our viewers.
All right, I see my horses are still nicely priced. I still think you can make nice money taking doubles and trebles. Like you said last week as well, the Soccer World Cup coming up soon.
Absolutely.
You can play the horses into soccer and whatever. The betting soccer wise, it's still I haven't. I have asked, and I'll let you know more closer to the time. Soccer expert, and he's still going with the main fancy teams. You know, France, England, Spain, those horses those countries at this stage.
Yeah, I've always been an England supporter, but I think they're going to battle this year. You know, the side he's picked. It just worries me a little bit. I'm not a soccer expert by a long way. I'm not a soccer expert, but I do support England. So I'm secretly happy, or I'm happy to support England, and I just hope that they go far in the competition. Okay, Piere. So we're going to be previewing Greyville Saturday, the Law Stakes Day. Obviously, our viewers need to know that they're racing on poly and on turf. There's 4 races on turf, and there's 5 races on poly. Let's start off with the second race, which is on poly. It's Open Maiden, where they are betting 22-10, number 7, Bright Sunny Day, 4-1, number 3, Kuandra, 11-2 to 5-1, number 9, Captain T, from 7-1 to 13-2, number 2, Bourbon's Best, 7-1, number 11, Kelly Bullet, and 10-1 and better the rest.
I found a funny horse here. Number 4, Green Commander. What is the betting there?
Number 4 is 10.5 to 1. It's shortened from 11-1. Been a little bit of money for it.
Okay, so I mean, I look at the computer form, and they make Bourbon's Beast number 2 their best value bet, and it's had some good form. But if you look at number 4, Green Commander, it finished right next to it, and it's 3 kilograms better off. Drawn for young 3-year-old. It's had 2 runs in Durban, and before that, it's all Cape Town form, and as we know, Cape Town form can be quite strong. Wow, I'm actually banking number 4, Green Commander. Shoot me maybe next week, but I think there's good value there and a good draw, and I know it's been beaten, but it's just an open race. It's a handicap. It's not a set weight where they all carry the same weight. So anyway, you tell me what would you include?
Yeah, I like Green Commander. I like if the horse Kelly Bullet was drawn a little bit better than 11. It would have been a little bit easier for her. She's got Craig Zaki, who's opted to ride her again. I don't know if it's for because he never had another ride in the race. I'm looking now. Bourbon's Beat, as you say, has drawn to, got Calvin up, and Wendy Whitehead is in spectacular form. Both Wendy and Calvin had 2 winners yesterday at Greyville on the poly, so that stable is in form. So I can see why you like Green Commander, but I would include Bourbon's Beast, Kelly Bullet, and even a horse like Naval Officer. Also got a bad draw. Gareth Van Zyl also had a winner yesterday. Naya Patel is riding out of his skin. He's really, really improved lengths. So it's not a cut and dried race in my opinion. So I would be including 4 or 5 horses in the bar pot.
You know, I'm just looking at, if you like Bourbon's Beast, then you gotta prefer Green Commander. So I'm gonna put in Green Commander. But if you wanted to put another horse in, then maybe consider number 3, Quandura. Well drawn, 54 kilograms, but now claiming 4 kilos. So she's gonna carry 50. So that could be your backup if you want to go a little bit further.
Yeah, you've got a point there. I just think Keegan would have had the choice of the 2 between Quandura and Green Commander. But if you are playing it wide, I would be putting 4 or 5 horses into the bar pot. Let's move on to race 3, which is the first leg of the PA, which is also on poly, where they are betting 3-1, number 7, De Vlugge. They're betting 5-1 to 15-4, number 5, Perilla. They're betting 5-1 from 9-2, Brighton Brazen. 11-2, number 1, Julia Tango, and number 8, Sovereign Grant. They're betting 7-1 from 15-2, number 4, One Smart Cookie, and 10-1 and better the rest. This is also on poly, guys.
Yeah, only 9 runners, but this is probably the hardest race on the card. I'm actually gonna go 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you could find another horse if you want to, maybe the 3, Forward Motion. But I just think that bit of a draw, good form, include as many as you can.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. This horse, De Vlugge, has done absolutely nothing wrong. He's won 3 in a row. The handicapper could be catching up to him now. He's gone from a 76 to an 89, which is a lot of weight. It's 13.5 kilos.
Yeah.
Sorry, 6.5 kilos. But he's 2 from 2 course and distance, 3 from 3 on the course. So he's a poly specialist. He's done nothing wrong over the distance, turf and poly. So he's got to be, she's got to be a huge runner. But again, poly, drawn 7 out of 9. I would be going wide. Is there anything else you want to add, Pierre?
No, that's it. Tough race.
Tough race. So we move on to race 4, which is the first leg of the pick 6. This is on turf. They are betting 2-1 to 19-10. Number 2, Impressive. From 2-1, number 10, Benny and Paul. From 4-1 to 15-4, Coast of the Sun. 5-1 to 11-2, Navigation. 10-1 to 11-1, Scots Bar. And 13-1 and better the rest.
Okay, so these are juveniles. Obviously, we don't know who can make more improvement. This is Greyville. It's around the bend, so the draw does play a big part. I found number 4, Navigation. you know, these top trainers that come from Cape Town to Durban to raid for the season, they don't just bring any horse. They bring horses that show potential. And, you know, they've got a bigger plan in mind. So I like the 4, Navigation. And then I've put in the 10, Benny and Paul, just because there's been a winner out of that form. And also the horse comes from Cape Town. Paul Muscat wouldn't have taken this horse all the way to Cape Town. So I'm going 4 and 10.
No, my only worry about Benny and Paul, just me drawn 10, coming off a 3-month break. Maybe need the run. He was backed first time out from 6-1, a 7-2. It's got to be a runner. This horse Impressive has done nothing wrong, in my opinion. Drawn to Muzi, who now has been contracted to Trevor Pillay. Must be a big runner. He now knows the horse. He rode it 2 runs back over 1400, and his 1400 runs, both one at the Vaal and one at Turfentine. You know, I mean, half a length to Moana, 1 3/4 lengths to Does Your Mother Know. Got to be a big runner. I don't think we have to go deeper than these 3. If I was pushed, I would go 2 and 4. And the only reason why I'm saying 2 and 4 is because, for me, Benny and Paul is coming off a break and drawn 10.
Yeah, and look,
you know,
11
sorry.
have a good chance. I mean, it was wide, lost him out as well, but it's drawn wide again. And, you know, will it get the luck in running? Who knows?
Yeah, listen, you know, I mean, it was a great run first time out. Teeny Prinsloo is doing well. He was wide. You know, you can't go wide at Greyville, especially over 1400. Also depends on how far the false rail will be out on the day. But for me, I think the same or the safe bet is number 2, Impressive, and number 4, Navigation. Okay, now we're getting to the features on the day, the Lonsdale Stirrup. You've won this numerous occasions, Piere. Also on the turf, they are betting 21-10, number 2, Curious Girl, from 23-10, from 9-2 to 4-1, ahead of the Facts, from 8-1 to 7.5-1, number 9, Continental Express, 9-1 to 10-1, Saxon Dynasty, 12-1 to 13-1, number 1, Dance King, 13-1, number 8, She's a Bomber, and 14-1, and better the rest.
Okay, so ahead of the Facts last time, remember I said I think the first run in Durban, more of a prep run. So I didn't like him. Obviously now better distance coming into play, but he's drawn 11 again. Look, I mean, he raced wide last time and he was pulling, so a lot of excuses. So he must come into play. But I'm going to go for also that are more, I'm going to say, better drawn. They've got solid form. And that would be obviously the number 2, Curious Girl. I just feel that she's a young filly, won 4 in a row, going up in the merit rating, but she's still, how can I say, on the up. She's carrying 53.5 kilograms, nice lightweight, drawn to, still got a lot in her favor. So I'm putting her in, but because it's a handicap, I'm going to put another horse in, and that's number 5, Saxon Dynasty. Seemed to win a good race last time out. Also 52 kilograms, carrying nice lightweight. Mojave Prince, didn't it win the other day? With Andrew Fortune? Yes, at Scottsville.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
So that backs up the form there. And therefore, I'm putting in the 2 and the 5.
Yeah, I think the lighter weights will come to the fore here. This horse, Curious Girl, has done absolutely nothing wrong. She's turned the corner from, 4 in a row. Form lines are strong. I make her one of the better bets on the day. I'm taking 2 pick sixes. I'm banking her and another 2, okay, which we're going to get to later on. And then I'm going to be maybe putting another 1 or 2 with her in another pick 6. But for me, Curious Girl looks the right one. She's 1-1 course. She's 1-1 over the distance. She's got the draw. She's got Sean Veal, who's 2 from 2 with her. She's done absolutely nothing wrong. For me, Keegan DeMello, and you could be 100% right. I don't think Keegan can ride 52. You'll know a little bit more than me. Let me have a look here.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, he can run. Yeah, so they would have had to look for a lightweight rider. They found Muzi, not a bad replacement. Keegan's gone to She's a Bomber, who's 1-for-1 over the distance, but she's getting 3.5 kilos more than She's a Bomber. 3.5 kilos more than Curious Girl. So for me, Curious Girl is a huge runner. And after that, it's a little bit open. Okay, we move on to the big ones on the day. The first one is the Willhampton, over 2,000 meters on the turf. They are betting 5-10, number 5, Wishlist, 5-1, number 7, Kakenhoff, from 15-2, from 7.5-1 to 6.5-1, number 3, Rainbow Lorikeet, 15-2, number 1, Beach Verse, 9-1, number 4, Call Me Getrix, and 20-1, and bar the other 2.
So these are obviously the best fillies around, but Wishlist has proven that she's something special. Andrew Fortune told me he's taking Wishlist. He's picked her as his July ride. Look, I mean, he might change his mind. As you get closer to the day, you might feel another horse has improved more, or you've overrated, say, a horse. But at this stage, he told me Wishlist is his ride for the July. And why? Because not only is she very good, but she turns it on very quickly. He says within the stride or 2, she accelerates like you can't believe. So I'm going to go with his judgment. I'm going to go with the form, and I'm going to bank a Wishlist in all bets.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's Wishlist or Field, in my opinion. I mean, Rainbow Lorikeet, very nice horse. She's won twice over the distance, but this horse Wishlist. And if you heard what Andrew said, and we were there, Pierre, when Wishlist won. We were at Greyville that day, and if you heard in Andrew's interview, he said that she just kept on finding, and he wasn't worried about anything, and she loves a scrap. So for me, I agree with you. Bank a Wishlist in all bets.
Yeah, and this is not a handicap. She's the best weighted horse in the race as well. So
absolutely,
if everything goes to plan, she should win.
Absolutely. We now move on to the Daily News 2000, which is a Group 1 over 2,000 meters on the turf. They're betting 14-10 from 15-10, note to self. 7-2 to 3-1, Star Major. 7-2 to 15-4, Jan van Goyen. 12-1 to 8.5-1, Viva's Liberté. 9-1 to 10.5-1, Happy Verse. 11-1 Hazy Daisy, and then 17-1 and better the rest.
So this is the tricky race because it's a handicap, but it's not a handicap. Certain horses are better weighted. So Hazy Daisy is best weighted, but is her Johannesburg form as strong as Cape Town or Durban form? I'm not so sure. I mean, she's done absolutely nothing wrong. She's won how many races with ease? Now she's taking on the Colts. How good are the Joburg fillies against the top Colts in the country? I'm going to go against her in this time around. Obviously, Note to Self is favourite, but when I saw him canter down to the start, he's got this long stride. It's almost like he needs a more of a galloping track. And that's why I think Kenilworth is his game, Turfentine, long straight. So I've gone against horse. I'm going with a horse that is well weighted, that's got solid form, and that is Jan van Gooyen. Jan van Gooyen is also one of my horses for the July on my short list at this stage. Obviously, Saturday will tell us more. But if you look at Jan van Gooyen, he ran in Kenilworth. He ran a poor race behind the Real Prince. That was 3 starts back. Before that, his form was solid. So 3 starts back.
Before that, he won the Colts Guineas.
Exactly.
Which is a Group 1.
And with ease. So his third last start was behind the Real Prince. And remember that day, the pace was suicidal. They went flat out.
Yeah, it was.
The companion to Jan van Gooyen. Anyway, and Jan van Gooyen was sitting quite handy. He's sitting second. So I think sort of fell into the too strong pace. Then he had a little bit of a break and ran behind Grand Empire. But if you remember, he had to come back from Cape Town to Joburg. They had a lot of rain and it interrupted his work program, and he got beaten 4 lengths. His last start, first run from gelding, also there were work interruptions because of the rain, and he got beaten by 0.8 lengths, finished second. Now I think he should be spot on now. There's no excuses now. And I'm gonna bank Jan van Gooyen. I think he's horse to beat. He can race from handy. Another horse, obviously, that's of interest is Star Major. Unfortunately, drawn 11. And because Star Major came from Stone last time to win really well, he's probably going to be sitting last again because he's drawn 11. So I'm going against him just because of bad draw and probably going to sit last. And that's why I think also like Jan van Gooyen, he races handy. He could have the run of the race. And there are other horses that are you could mention, but at this stage, Jan van Gooyen is my banker.
Yeah, I've got to agree with you. You know, Star Major, again, we were on course that day. If you like Star Major, you got to love Note to Self, because on the 28th of Feb, they met behind Wishlist, and Note to Self beat about 2.5 lengths. So, and that day, Star Major was drawn 1, is now drawn 11, and Note to Self was drawn 5 out of 8, is now drawn 6 out of 11. So, I mean, if you like Star Major, if you're backing Star Major, then you got to love Note to Self. I agree with you. Jan van Gooyen, that last run was, he obviously needed it. When he came back from Cape Town, as you rightly said, he ran in January and then he had a break. Came back, 4 lengths to Grand Empire is not a bad run, Piere. Yeah. And then he came out last time, and he ran a length to Press On Regardless, which was more of a prep run, I believe. So Matthew de Kock said that in his interview. that it would be more of a prep run. So for me, it's 2 horses, Note Yourself and Jan van Goyen.
Okay, so are you not going to mention your horse, Malmesbury Missile?
So, yeah, I mean, what do you want me to say? You know, I mean, he's. I just believe that he's slightly off the best. He's won a Group 2. He's won a Group 3. We've opted to put Gavin on. I called Gavin, and I asked Gavin if he would ride him for us. I think Gavin is well suited to him because he takes a different style of riding. And I think Gavin will suit this horse down to the ground. His work has been out the top draw. We got a message from, I can read you the message. We got a message from Justin this morning. And I quote what Justin has said to us half an hour ago. Interesting, Malmesbury Missile is like a boxer, changing weight divisions. He looks stripped for the 2000 and he's completely changed. Whether he gets the 2000, we don't know. You know, we kept him over the 1400. We tried him over the mile. Musi got off the horse last time, said he will go further, but take the blinkers off, which we've done. Andrew Fortune has worked this horse. Andrew says that he thinks this horse will see the 2000. We know that he's well. He is stripped. On the gallop that today was his final workout. His gallop was exceptionally good. Whether he's in this class in terms of Note Yourself, Jan van Goyen,
yeah, I agree
and
with
these
you.
horses
You might
is
be
another story.
Just below the best.
You know, but again, he's a lovely horse to own. You know, he's always there. He's either winning it or he's running 2 lengths, 3 lengths off them. So he's a lovely horse to own. And even this horse, Happy Verse, you know, I mean, also a lovely horse to own. You know, he's done absolutely nothing wrong. So for me, it's Note Yourself and Jan van Goyen. Obviously, my heart lies with Malmesbury Missile. I will be putting him into my pick sixes purely because, what's the word I'm looking for, Piere? Because he's close to my heart. But for me, it's Note Yourself and Jan van Goyen. Okay, we then move on to the 8th race, which is back on Polly now. They've gone back to Polly for the last 2, where they are betting 28 to 10 to 7 to 2, number 5, What a Star. 4 to 1 to 7 to 2, number 7, Captain's Pride. 7 to 1 to 5 to 1, Ruby Rising. 11 to 2 to 13 to 2, Plumbago Park. 17 to 2 to 15 to 2, number 1, Thought Control. And they're betting 9 to 1 and better the rest. 9 to 1, Mystic Dancer, and 9 to 1, Sign of Fate.
All right, so this is again, it's a handicap. The 2 also I found mainly was actually Ruby Rising, number 6, and number 7, Captain's Pride. Captain's Pride last time had a bad draw, drawn 11 out of 11. So this time, obviously, drawn a little bit better. But other 2 horses that I found was number 1, Thought Control, just because drawn 1, young filly has scope for improvement. And then the 2, Mystic Dancer, she's got a nice price. I think she's 9 to 1, 10 to 1. She's dropped a point in the minute rating. Now she got Rachel Venica on claim 1.5. So half a kilo plus 1.5. It's 2 kilos. That's 2 lengths. Drawn 2 puts her right into play. So those are my main fancies. 6 and 7, and I would consider the 2 and the 1 in that order.
No, I just love this last run of Captain's Pride last time out. As a matter of fact, Louis told me on the day we were there, you and I, that this horse was going to run a huge race. And he said
And
this is a
better now.
strong each-way bet, if you can remember.
Yeah.
And this horse ran a cracker, Pierre. You know,
Yeah,
he came from way off them.
Yeah,
He
if you
came
look at
from
the
last.
last time out, she lost 2 lengths and she pulled. That was over 1400. The time before, also 1400, over raced. So now the 1200 could be more in a favor because they go faster and she'd be more
Absolutely.
early part.
Absolutely. So I'm making an open race just like you do. I see you've put in 4 horses. This horse, Water Stars Drifting, it's now 7-2. It opened up when they opened up betting yesterday. Opened up at 28-10. Is now gone. She's now gone 7-2. So I'll make it wide open. Let's move on to the last year, which is over 1200 again. Poly 1200. They are betting 9-2, number 2, Gallic Victor. 5-1, number 6, Island Forever. 9-2 to 5-1, number 11, Definitely Yes. 5-1 to 11-2, number 1, Black Forest. And number 8, Grand Appeal. There's been a little bit of money from 10.5 to 1. From 9.5 to 1 to 8.5 to 1, Little Boy Blue. 9-1, number 10, Azuri. And 60 and 15-1 embedded by the rest. Very open race.
You know, I found it, I know it's handicapped, so it should be open. Every horse should have an equal chance. That's why there's handicapping. But I found only 2 horses. Number 2, the favorite, Gallic Victor. And number 1, Black Frost. Drawn 1, young horse. So still got scope for improvement. I'm going to just put in 1 and 2.
Yeah, if my budget allows on the day, which we will most certainly see after today's racing and tomorrow's racing, if my budget allows, I would like to put the field in because I make it very, very, very hard. I mean, even this was winter in London. Michelle has ridden it before. She ran a crack on it, came from way off them from last over the poly. She only finished 3 lengths off Master of the Desert. There's been winners out of the last 3 form lines. I make it completely open. So for me, I'd like to put in field, but you're right. The Source Gallic Victor and Black Frost have got to be big runners for the PAs. Yes, so I think it's going to be a great day's racing. We're going to understand the July log a little bit better and the betting a little bit better come Saturday evening, because we got all those big horses running on Saturday, so we'll get a better picture of where these horses are sitting in the pecking order. Going to be a great day's racing. For one, I'd love to be going down, but unfortunately, I have family commitments. I would love to go down to watch Malmesbury run. Unfortunately, both Reino and myself can't make it. But we will be shouting from the sidelines, and I will be watching racing. Although I've got family commitments, I will be watching racing on my iPad. And all the guys have got to do is they've got to log into their account, and they can watch local and overseas racing on the World Sports Betting website, in case they don't know. And for the guys that don't, have an account with us, all they got to do is go and register. There's some great specials. There's a first deposit match. There's so much going on at WSB. And once you've registered, you can watch racing on your phone or racing on your laptop or racing on your iPad or whatever the case may be. So you don't have to be stuck in a tote or a bookmaking shop to watch racing. You can watch racing from anywhere.
Well, I wish the punters all the luck in the betting, and don't forget, best odds, World Sports Betting.
Absolutely. We do have the best odds. Punters are welcome. And I actually welcome them to do this. As on the day, as have a look at our betting and go and compare betting, and they'll see that we are way, way, way ahead of the rest in terms of betting. And our place betting is even higher. Like the percentages are even higher in our place betting. All the punters have got to do is they've got to go and compare, and they will see for themselves. But they need to make money, Piere, and I hope we're guiding them in the right direction. We're not far off the Hollywoodbets Durban July now. You and I'll be in Durban on Sunday the 28th, doing our card call where we have Warren Lamfurno.
That's the weekend before the July.
Absolutely. So the Sunday night before the July, we have Warren Lamfurno as our host. We have the terrible twins, Andrew Fortune and Mr. Piere Strydom on the panel. We're only talking about two races. We're talking about the Vodacom Durban July and the Johnson's Workwear Garden Province. Only the two horses, only the two races on the day. We will be giving price boosts, which is great value for money on both races. So guys need to tune in. They need to be logged into their accounts. And what happens is I will be giving out the betting. So hypothetically, if wish list is 9-2, I'm just using that as an example. For 3 minutes, we may be laying 6-1, a 6-1 wish list, which is way over the odds. Then for the next 2 minutes, we may be laying 11-2 wish list. So there's great value to be had. We go through all the runners in the July and all the runners in the Garden Province with boosts. And it's great insight. And the reason why we've got Andrew Fortune on the panel with us is because Andrew tells it the way it is. And that's what our punters are telling us. They've told you and they've told me. We get to the point, we say it the way it is. We don't have time to mollycoddle and put bells and whistles around things. We say it the way it is. We want our punters to win money. And at World Sports Betting, you have got the best odds. So why not increase your chances with World Sports Betting?
Cool.
Other than that, happy punting.
All the best.
All the best.